Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Before we get started, I just want to note, yeah, it's been quite a long time since I have uploaded a video. I've just been swamped with work the last couple of months, and so, I just needed some off time to get things settled. But I am back. I'm going to be making a ton of videos this summer, hopefully, to get back involved in the game. So today we're going to be talking about Speed Champions, which is something I don't talk about on this channel very often. So Speed Champions, I've obviously known about for a very long time, and I've sporadically been buying a few here and there for quite some time. I have two of the regular Lego City race cars, and then I have two Speed Champions. This one is the Mustang, I believe, from 2019, I believe, and then this is a Ferrari from around the same time. I did get this one actually recently, surprisingly at a yard sale for $2. It was missing the sticker sheet, but it actually kind of looks better without it. It does still have some printed elements here. But these are the two cars I'm going to be showcasing and explaining why Speed Champions is actually a pretty good series, and I think it's underrated in the LEGO community, and it's not really thought about as much as it should be. And I may, hint hint, be getting some more Speed Champions stuff here in the future and do some set reviews. But first, let's explain the basics of Speed Champions and how they're set up. So, Speed Champions has been around for a considerable amount of time here. I think around 7 or 8 years. Don't quote me on that. But they were a one-off of basically how successful they found their Lego City race cars to be. And they're still making them. You can go to your local Target and find some regular Lego City race vehicles. But they launched this line to appeal more to the toy car market. And they've done a very good job. I think $15 for these vehicles is a very good price, and these builds are surprisingly complicated and interesting. You'd think that it couldn't get too complicated with a simple car, but there's a lot of illegal building techniques in these that really make these cars stand out. That I really enjoy about these cars. Like for instance, the Mustang on the tail has the rear lights, which have connected one by one studs that go out the side. It's really cool, some of the building techniques they have in these. Each of these sets normally come with one driver that can take off the interior and take out the one driver. He always usually has a helmet and then a suit corresponding to his vehicle. And then they also usually come with a wrench. And you'd think it may just be just a fun little accessory, but it actually has a pretty useful thing in the cars itself. Now, something new with the Speed Champion sets was that you could actually add custom rims onto these cars. So if I put my driver back in here, let's see if I can lift his arms, put him back in here, close that one up, you can actually take off these wheels. Let me just pop up a single one for an example. You'll notice they do have custom rims, but behind it is just a bare wheel. You take the blunt end of the wrench and you push it through the back, and it actually pushes the rim out, and you can exchange this bare wheel with any kind of rim you want. And I actually have a lot of different variants, and they actually usually give you two pairs, um, or even three pairs to go with each vehicle, which I think is really fun to give you an added bonus level of customization. So you can have a tire like that with different wheels, and you can tell the difference between the back wheels and the front wheels. But very, very cool feature, and it gives you a bit of independence to do what you want with your car, which I think is really neat, and it's really quick and easy to do. However, I will say that sometimes the axle gets stuck in the wheel, and it's kind of a pain to get out. But that'll go on my cons list later down the road. Another fun thing, this is not with all models, but especially this Ferrari, it comes with extra parts to make different versions. So this is a Ferrari F40, and right now it's in a GT class with the black spoiler and exhaust and sports exhaust ports. They do have different hoods as well, but I wasn't going to switch it out because the sticker on the hood was what's supposed to make the difference. And since I don't have a sticker pack, it won't make any difference. So what you can do is they give you spare parts change out things like the headlights. You can switch them out clear to the darker. You can switch out the exhaust port and the spoiler on all of these, and they give you spare parts to do so and some suggestions on what you could do. So I can pull off the spoiler and put on a red one, and rip off this sports exhaust and put on a more simple, elegant design, and voila, it's a regular F40. Um, I just think that's another fun added customization with these cars. Now, things Mustang don't give that option, and especially if you're given a racing version. Now, this Mustang was a little bit more unique. It also came with a speedometer that goes along with it, um, but it's still the same price. And it was a special edition, so this is kind of a more unique speed champions than some of the other vehicles made. So, as we compare these two, they're pretty much the same size. We can tell it does vary in size slightly between models. The Ferrari's a little bit smaller than the Mustang. The Mustang's got a little more oomph to it. I think it's just all in scale. But one of the reasons why I really, really like the Speed Champions is not only the versatility, but actually they're surprisingly fast. And if you're, a young kid that really loves toy cars, it's a great step up. If you're kind of a little bit too afraid to go into the erector department, erector sets are a very popular construction toy for building toy cars. But this is a little bit easier to understand, and they actually do pick up some decent speed. They're nothing like a Hot Wheel or anything, but they definitely have a great level of playability to them, and they're great to display on shelves too. So they work pretty much for everything. You can display them as a collector, drive them around as a kid, or review them in episodes like this. So honestly, that's pretty much all I have to say about Speed Champions. I haven't really given them any attention so far in my channel, so it's really great that I can show off these vehicles in this episode. That's pretty much all I have to say, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Without further ado, I will see you on the next one.